All right, it's on.
Okay. Let's just address the elephant in the room right away. The setup's a little different this time.
Yeah, Matt can't seem to deal with mic stands.
I can't see with my mic stands. Andrew says my feet are are on the camera too much. So like now I'm just spazzing out. I gotta figure out how to hold this microphone, and I have to not I gotta stare there and make sure my feet aren't in the middle of the fucking
I
camera.
was just making a comment that it was kind of funny that halfway through it's just a massive foot in the middle of the screen. Speaking of, how big are your feet?
Depending on the shoe, like 10 and a half, 11.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know,
Big boy, huh?
it's not proportional. I'm just gonna trust me. You know, like fucking like, oh, he's got big feet. Like, all right, fuck.
It's not as funny
Whatever.
the second time because we made that joke off camera and I wanted to bring it in and it's not as funny the
Not
second
as funny
time.
the second time, but whatever. Now it just sounds like a pity party.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that we're changing to this time is there's an hour timer, the same way that there were in the last two, but this time when the timer runs out, we're just turning the camera off
Yep.
because the only complaint that we got so far,
Well, complaint. It was just a
criticism,
yeah.
a constructive criticism
Yeah,
that we
it
got
was
so
slightly
far.
too long.
Little too long.
So
I
we're
hate
slowly.
holding this.
So fucking use the mic stand.
It's fucking terrible. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep arguing with this. That might be like the
Yeah.
that might just be like the bit.
Well, I have.
But now like so this is the problem, right?
Just
Is that it's
tighten
not
it.
it's all the way. But it's just anyway, look, it's fine. It's fine. I just We'll make like
Okay, while you fix this, I'll tell my story
and you're
about
just
why
gonna
my
hear,
back
like, me
fucking hurts.
clunking with this fucking thing, but sorry.
I fell on the ice
You feel
and I hurt myself. That's my story.
well, you maybe a few more details would make it a little funnier. Fuck, I don't know.
It's not funny. Fucking hurts.
Okay, so you just fell, and you're
No, I was getting out of. I was at a shoot and I was getting out of a car, well, truck, because it was higher off. But 1 foot down on the ground and just fucking
oh fuck
flipped
that.
back. I landed directly on my tailbone, and I felt my back, my spine compress, and heard it crack. And
Ew.
I was winded for a good 5 minutes.
Ew.
Yeah,
That's fucking terrible.
And
I
then-
hate that feeling, dude.
that was
You're
was
just like
over a
stuck
week.
on your back, like.
Well, yeah, and I'm at a shoot, so it's like the guy's in the car. He gets out, he's running over to me. He's like, "You okay, man?" I'm like, "I can't breathe." So that's the funny bit. Me not being able to breathe.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, no, my back and my tailbone, because it's like the middle of my back is fine, but the top part and my tailbone kill. That's it. That's why I couldn't bend over before when you asked me to bend over.
I think you're just fucking lazy. I think you just
That-
made
that's
up.
also
I
very
think you just made
possible.
up this whole story so you wouldn't have to
It's-
put in any
yeah.
effort. Also, you know what? This is a better alternative. The mic stand. I think I found a good balance here.
Just don't touch it anymore.
I'm not gonna take. But sometimes I move back and then I hear my voice getting quieter and then I have to start fucking with it and then I get angry at it and then I like smack myself in the mouth with the microphone. So it's just a fucking disaster. I want one of those ones that like they have in that Schultz has on his podcast there, the ones that are like bend and
Yes,
shit.
so
Those
so
look so
that's
cool.
what I was talking about at the beginning when we were talking about doing it with John and Justin.
Right.
I wanted to get those, but that costs money, and
Uh-huh.
I don't want to spend any money.
Yeah, no, low budget, man. We said it right away. Yeah, so you actually had a more exciting week tonight. You have stories to tell, so I'll let you do that.
I went to a barn. That's about as exciting as
Alright,
it
well,
got.
fucking never mind. Last time I let you
Well,
start this off.
Listen, yeah, I have never really been around horses. I went to a barn, and I immediately texted a friend of mine and asked if she could teach me how to ride a horse. I also found out my dad actually used to do like acrobatic horseback riding, which fucking came out of nowhere.
Now, is that... 'cause
I've known
when
him
I
for
hear
my
acrobatic,
entire
are you
life.
talking like the...
He would jump off the horses and run alongside them and then jump back on. He
Oh,
would jump
okay,
from
so
one
like
horse
the-
to the other.
Fuck, what's it called?
I don't
You know,
know.
like the RCMP, like, musical ride? Did you ever have to go to that? Is it, like, kind of like that?
No, I don't know what
It's
that
just
is.
basically, like, they train the horses to dance essentially, and it's like a really well choreographed. Like it's actually kind of cool to watch, but it gets old quick. To be
I'm
honest with you.
24 and I have never once heard my dad talk about riding horses.
Yeah,
Not once.
That's kind of weird.
And out of nowhere, he's like, "Oh, I used to ride horses."
You're like, what?
And it was actually at the same stable you went to.
No shit.
Yeah.
I used to ride horses for like 6 or 8 years ish, or around there. So that's a fun fact that no one knows about me.
Horses are scary.
Well,
Everybody
like
says they're not, man, but like when you're holding your hand out there to feed it a carrot and it fucking tries to bite your hand,
it doesn't try to bite your hand. Fuck.
it might.
I mean, I've had some like unpleasant, because I was riding for so long. I've had unpleasant encounters with horses, but for the most part, they're just gentle giants. Some of them are assholes. Like I remember this one horse named Jerry.
Jerry sounds like an asshole.
Yeah, and like I honestly think they put him down because he just like was there consistently every week for a couple of years. And then one time my instructor wanted me to, because like I never owned a horse, like, but the barn would just like give you a different horse every week depending on like they would find a good fit, like the instructors or whatever. So it was someday fucking Allison decided it would be a good idea to give me Jerry, and like he was a big fucking horse.
Fucking Jerry.
It's fucking Jerry. But anyway, yeah, so I go into his stable, and this motherfucker immediately is like doing like the scraping his foot on the ground, and I'm like 9 years old, and this horse is like huge as fuck, and he just kept like trying to charge me and like turn around to like fucking kick me, and I was like, I'm not doing this. I tried for a little bit, then I like almost cried. It's like I can't get Jerry out of the stall, and then they put me on like the smallest fucking horse, like a pony.
Yeah.
Bit of humiliating, but like whatever.
I don't know what it is though. I've been around dogs that have snapped at me. I've been bitten by dogs, and horses seem to be the thing that I'm like, no thanks.
I think it's just because they're big and you don't know how to like be, because like you know how to behave around dogs. I think you just don't know how to act around horses.
But I feel like horses are just big dogs. That's like the consensus I've made up in my mind. That they're like big dogs, because they're not dumb animals. They're smart.
They're smart.
Apparently,
they're affectionate.
From what I understand, they do somewhat understand your voice or your.
Yeah.
So.
Well, like, yeah, when I was doing lessons, there were a couple like. Just like Pavlovian conditioning almost, where like. They would hear a word and know what was about to come next, so they would just start doing it on the vocal command. So kind of like whatever.
You know what I saw? It's fucking cool. There's, I think it's in Switzerland or Sweden. It's one of the two because I always confuse both of them.
Both those countries are exactly the same as far as I'm concerned.
They're really not. But
don't care. Don't care. To me, they are.
In any case, there's a woman who, I think it's like an old tradition that they do where it's like they sing a song or they yodel and there's fucking cows that come out of nowhere and just. It's like they round up their
summon cows.
Yeah, have you not seen that? It's actually kind of cool. So it's like an old tradition where they would like yodel or sing the specific tune, and just it would summon the cows, and they would come and herd up to where the woman was.
That's fucking crazy.
It is.
Wow. But like, there's just weird shit. Like, what's the other thing?
But now she's taking jobs away from the dogs.
Who's getting mad at that? PETA is getting mad at that, I guess. Fuck. Like equal employment for all species, equal employment opportunities, or whatever. We're not getting back on that. That was a one and done. That was a one and done talk about that shit.
Yeah, I felt it was too serious last time.
It was, but it was just like we both agreed that we kind of wanted to talk about it and just like go back and forth with it. But yeah, that was just I think a one-time deal. I think it's gonna be very rare that we get that serious with this, because it's just for giggles, man. We're just here to make some people giggle.
Speaking of something that's not fucking funny.
Oh, come on. God damn it. What?
Well, like I was telling you before, I have empathy for pretty much everyone. The bad guy in a movie, if he gets, like, whatever happens to him, I'm like, well, he had his reasons,
Right, we've had this
I
conversation.
feel bad. However, if you're a shitty driver, fuck you. I hope you crash your car. That is like, it's interesting to see.
That's the clip we're taking out. I hope you crash your car.
It's like, it's such a weird thing too, because it's like, I'm not somebody who's very outwardly angry, but you should see me in the car, man. When nobody's around, because when other people are around, I try to keep it tame.
Right.
But like I was yelling at somebody today because they were slowing down at a fucking green light. Like,
Dude,
I
when you
was-
have like
yeah.
when you have somebody in front of you and yeah, they just start pumping the brakes, you're like, okay, somebody in front of him and he's just like got
No, there's
a
nobody there.
kilometer of space ahead of him. It's like, what in the fuck are you doing, bro? And yeah, bad drivers like like I usually go to Costco on Saturday. Saturday drivers are just like, dude, it's the worst because it's people just don't have like spatial awareness, and they
Yeah.
just do dumb shit. It's like they just stare like, it's like the 1,000-yard stare, you know, and then they just like go. It's like they're just driving on muscle memory, and they're not like, whatever. And like I told you this, like I'm not the best driver in the world, like at all, but I'm aware, and I've
Yeah.
never been in an accident. I spun out one time, but that wasn't really my fault because that was just the condition of the road, and I was like new at driving. I didn't know how to handle the car yet. Like never been in an accident, you know.
I've never even done that.
Never. Well, I guess you're a better driver than I am.
Clearly.
But get fucked. But like, yeah, I just don't get it, man. And like, nervous drivers too. Fucking. You ever been in the car with a nervous driver? That shit is scary. Like a neurotic driver. Fuck, don't think too hard.
So I don't remember this, but my mom told me that her ex was a nervous driver, and like looking back, I can kind of see it. Like, anyway, I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, I don't know either. Anyway, nervous drivers are the worst.
Yeah.
Like, I just... And because I think that those are the ones who are often doing the stupid shit, like slowing down for no reason. And like...
Well, it's the people that slow down trying to get onto the highway.
Oh, yeah, if you do that, die. Like,
I hope you get hit by
yeah,
oncoming
I
traffic.
hope you have like a... merging onto the highway. Okay, yeah. Fuck that. But like, and I think too, those are the people who like hesitate at stop signs. You know what I mean? At like a 4-stop intersection. Those are the people who like start and stop and start and stop, and you're like, what?
That drives me nuts.
Like, what are you fucking doing? Like, as soon as I get to a stop sign, like before, like I look at the wave of people in front of me.
I just don't even stop.
And I allegedly. Yeah, I look at the way people in front of me, and then I look behind them, and I go, okay, who looks like they're just gonna decide it's their turn? So usually when I get into a situation like that, I just wave everybody through.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, even after that, the next wave, somebody will try and go before me.
That's when I'm like, fuck you, I'm
I'm like,
gone.
yeah, you know you didn't get here first. Like, what are you fucking doing?
Yeah.
And it's always the people that are like turning left too. You know what I mean? Who are just gonna be directly in your way, and then you honk, and they're like, ugh, like what? Like you know you're wrong here. Oh my god, it drives me fucking crazy. Anyway, yeah, fuck. If you're a bad driver,
You know you have to do at stop signs?
stop.
Well, yes, but
Use a turn signal.
you have to park your car, get out, go look both ways, get back in your car, and then go. I've done that a few times because it's always when nobody's around there, but it pisses the person off in the car that I'm with.
That's very funny. Fuck. You know what? I did something similar. I was driving, because I also don't like aggressive drivers who just like honk and are fucking like all up in your shit. I was driving back with Will one time. We were going back home. We were still living together, and there were like 2 cars in front of us at the stop sign, or like one was going through and then there was somebody else. And then the woman behind us, for some reason, just like started fucking honking her horn. So I just like rolled down the window and just stuck my entire upper body out the window and turned around. And I'm like, what? And then got back in. And like when I did that,
Oh man, I'm gonna have to fix that audio.
These,
Because you came closer to me, so it's gonna pick up here and there.
But yeah, because like, if you like, usually the aggressive drivers are kind of like Facebook like warriors or something who like will
Yeah.
talk a really big game because they're behind the safety of a windshield or their keyboard or whatever. But dude, as soon as I like put my head out the window, I saw her like fucking just like stare straight ahead and like, oh fuck, is he getting out of the car? You know what I mean? So yeah, I guess that's my lesson. If you're in a car with somebody and somebody behind you does some stupid shit, just stick your entire body out the window. And like, if you have time, get out of the car and just go like, you know,
Yeah.
just give him a knock on the window. Like, what is your problem? And But I mean, look at the person first. Like, make sure you could beat them in a fight if it comes down to it. You know what I mean? If I like turned around and Shaquille O'Neal was on the car, I'd be like, well, never fucking mind. I'm not doing that. But it was like some like 45-year-old wine mom who had a fucking mustache. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can handle this. So you know, those are usually people who are up in your shit or just like, whatever. I'm not gonna keep talking.
Some
about
people
this.
are really intense though. So there was one time where some guy was like riding this truck's ass, like a pickup truck, and he was not having it. So he kept slowing down, and this guy was like honking, flashing, like doing whatever he could to fucking, and then he like cut him off, and then got off at an exit, and then the pickup truck kept going, but then we stopped at a light, and somehow I guess there's another exit further down that he was able to fucking get around quick enough, and he parked waiting for this car to pass. But he probably sped the fuck up to get around. It was right here on the 30.
Oh yeah.
You know where the old gas station, the Flying J is?
Mm-hmm.
So we were at that light there, behind the guy who was pushing the other guy's ass.
Okay.
And then we saw the truck pull up and park at that gas station waiting for this guy to go. And as soon as he turned, the guy followed him.
Dude, I don't understand because I get angry, but I'll yell something real quick,
I'm not gonna
and
follow
like,
somebody.
and then I'm over it. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's just some like psycho shit.
Yep.
And like the other thing too,
Fucking Russell Crowe.
fucking Russell Crowe, that fat fuck. But like, the thing too is, remember that video that I sent you of like those football players getting fucking wrecked by those MMA fighters,
Yes.
which is one of my favorite things that I've seen this year. But like that's why you shouldn't start shit with people, because you don't know if like, you know, you get all road ragey and like the dude has like a gun in the car. You know what I mean? Like, cause that doesn't really happen as much in Canada, but like it happens a lot in the fucking States, man. Like people get shot after this road rage shit.
Yeah.
And then again, like going back to that bar fight, yeah, like what was it called? I think it was Spencer, whoever starts fight with MMA fighters at a bar, or whatever the name of the video was. But just to explain for anybody who hasn't seen it, it's these like really douchey football players just like.
But I think they're like professional, like NFL players.
Are they?
I think so.
That makes it even better that they got fucked up. Whatever. They look like douchebags. I thought they were maybe like college football players, but I don't
Maybe.
follow sports, so like I don't know anything about
I didn't
this.
know who they were, so.
Yeah, me neither. But anyway, so it's these two football players that are just like fucking with this guy in a bathroom, and the football players are like a foot taller than this guy, so they probably thought they had an advantage. But this dude like trains MMA. He's not like a pro MMA fighter, but like he fucked these guys up. He took one of them down, and then his MMA buddy got the other one, and threw the other guy into a wall.
Yeah.
So don't fuck with strangers, man, because you don't know. Like, I don't think they knew that this guy had MMA backup, you know? So just be nice. Or, you know, be mean, but like don't incite violence, because you might get shot or fucked up by an MMA fighter.
So I want to talk about the spatial awareness thing that you mentioned before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where you do your groceries.
Costco 90% of the time.
Do they force everybody to take a basket?
Kind of hard to go through Costco without you needing one, because all the shit's
Yeah,
really
but like,
big.
if you and Steph both went, do you both have to take a basket?
No, but you have to have individual membership cards. Not that has anything to do with what you're saying, but like as long as you each have your card, if you go in together, you can just share one card.
The tiny ass IJ in Saint Lazare forces everybody to take a basket, and everybody, even if you're like together,
The
both you have to
SAQ
take.
does that too.
It's a fucking but the SAQ probably has smaller baskets.
Well,
If there's like
yeah. Well, no, it's like a
200
little.
people in this tiny ass IGA,
And
all
everybody's
with
got a
these
big
baskets,
like a
like
big ass
it was a
shopping cart.
fucking nightmare, dude.
You know what? Yeah, that really pisses me off too. Grocery stores now. Yeah, that's
And
true.
it's like, because there's baskets everywhere, you have no choice but to stand fucking close to the next person, and you feel them breathing on you.
And I hate, dude. Yeah, you know. Yeah, what pisses me off the most about grocery stores, like especially the IGA, is like you always get people because there's the arrows now and shit that nobody follows, which like whatever.
follow them.
I don't. No, you don't. Well, okay, I do for the most part, but then
I do when it's busy.
But every now and then, okay, yeah, when it's busy, yeah, because otherwise you're an asshole. But I try not to go when it's busy, and so then I don't really follow them. But like, I only like really fuck it up if like I just need to quickly run into an aisle. So like I'll leave Steph with the cart and then I'll like run and grab the one thing and
Yeah.
fuck off. And like yeah, I know that makes me a dick, but whatever. But what pisses me off about everybody having a cart is when you get like you get one person standing on the right side and then one person needs something on the left side of the aisle and then they just go like this.
Yep.
And you can't get through and you can't say
But that-
anything
that's
and
the
you can't
spatial
turn around
awareness.
because there's still I know. And it's like just get out of the and they're just like standing there like looking at 6 different kinds of fucking like crushed tomatoes.
It's like
and
be
you're
aware, move back a little bit, let people go
just
by.
get the fuck out of the way. Like left is a passing lane.
Well, it's the
right.
same-
The right is the same thing when you're fucking driving.
Well, they're the
left
same
is a passing
people
lane.
that fucking park on the street one side and then immediately on the other side, and they leave like barely enough space to get by in the middle.
Oh, are you talking about my street right now? Because that's
A lot of streets are like that,
Yeah.
and a lot of idiots park like that.
100%.
Where there's like the entire fucking streets available. Why are you both parking like right next to each other? Just
Enjoy-
fucking move.
Listen, I think eugenics are wrong. But I think they're like
See, this is another clip I'm gonna
there
cut.
but there are a couple of kinds of person that I think we could maybe start phasing out of the population. And I think I heard a little
Oh, sorry.
fucking yeah, anyway. That's it. I'm just saying, if you can't like drive a shopping cart, I don't think you should have a driver's license. And I think that like we should just send them to colonize the moon, right? Because now they're sending people to space and shit. So like send them first. Just my take.
Apparently, they're opening the first space hotel in like 2027.
You know how much it is for a ticket?
I don't care. I'm not going.
It's $250,000. It's 250
That's it?
grand. Yeah, it's 250 grand. Fuck. There is
That's
a
not that bad.
there is a Japanese. Oh, okay, Daddy Warbucks, fuck.
No, but considering
Buy-
you're going to fucking space,
Pay for my ticket then, fuck. It's not that bad.
there are cars more expensive than that.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, there are houses more expensive
Yeah,
than
but
that.
that's
What's
a
your
house.
fucking point?
A car is like, you know,
Okay, yeah, I guess. Whatever. I would go if I had the money.
yeah. I mean, I don't have money, but,
I don't
but
have
that's what I'm saying.
$250,000.
$250,000 is easier to get it. Like it's easier to pay than like over $1 million.
If you finance it for the rest of your life, yeah.
30 years, you get a mortgage
Yeah.
for it.
That's actually a pretty solid idea. Yeah, if they can mortgage out these tickets, I'll go.
And
There is a Japanese
You
billionaire.
might die on your re-entry, so you won't have to pay it back.
That's best case. Honestly, okay, that is best case, and I thought about that because like I kind of wanted, because I didn't want to go to space, and then I was like, okay, this planet's fucked, and I don't like anybody anyway, so like I guess I'll go check it out. And like worst case, but also best case, I die, and then I don't have to come back and deal with like the world anymore, and I'll just be dead. So like
This took a dark turn.
never have to deal with like these idiots with their shopping carts. So like really,
That's the reason you
death
wanna
is
die.
a pretty small price to pay to save myself from ever being annoyed at a grocery store.
We've discussed
again.
this. You can't want to die because then you won't know what it's like to be in
Yeah.
an apocalypse.
That's true. But if I died coming back from space, then like that's all right, because then I will have gone to space. If you die going to space, then you fucked up, and that just sucks. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But if you die coming back, at least you got to experience space, and that's pretty cool. But there's a Japanese billionaire that's actually just like
He's paying for 10 people's trips.
Yeah, you heard about that
Yeah.
too, eh? So we should maybe apply. I feel like we could. You're a photographer. I'm a guitarist. He's taking artists specifically.
But it's to like Mars, isn't it? Something crazy like that, or the moon?
No. He's taking them
going
on
somewhere.
this fucking.
No, he's going to like the moon or something.
Yeah, where they're not. I know because they're opening up that space hotel, and that's where he's taking them. I think.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't read too much into
Yeah.
it because you get all these stories. Like there was a fucking story one time of this like ultra billionaire. I think he was from China, and he was gonna pay somebody like $1 billion to marry his daughter.
I heard about that. Yeah.
But like, why?
And Hank, she probably wasn't that cute. Or she was fucking crazy. Like if you have to offer $1 billion or $1 million.
I don't know.
Whatever.
I didn't. I
Either
didn't read
way,
into
that
that
is
stuff.
that is like that's a crazy amount of money to like try and bribe somebody. Like, hey, she's crazy. And she's got
but
this
what's to
thing where
stop
she
the
blacks out
person-
and tries to cut your dick off. But
Yeah,
like,
but what's to stop the person from just leaving after they get the money?
there's probably a stipulation where it's paid out over. You
Your
know,
lifetime?
it's like X amount a year kind of thing, like an allowance almost.
So stick it out for 2 years, get enough money to,
Yeah, I mean, like fuck,
finance
like what?
something.
Like, you know, if he's offering you $1 billion,
Put
like,
it all
I'm pretty
into
sure
stocks.
you could leave with like, you know, 500 grand.
Put it all into, is it Dogecoin? Is that how it's called?
I think that's the new
Put
one.
it all into Dogecoin.
Put it all in 500 grand in Dogecoin. Hey,
Oh, we're getting onto
what's
this part now?
that? Wow. What are those, Andrew? Tell me about these shoes.
Are new shoes, and I'm gonna put them on so that I can write them off.
That
I'm
was
actually not
pretty
gonna put them
smooth.
on
What
because-
you just said.
Yeah.
That had a nice flow
That
to
didn't
it.
turn out as funny as I thought it would.
And you didn't commit.
I didn't feel like sitting here for like 10 minutes
I would have waited.
trying to put shoes on because I do have a bit of a belly now, and I have a hard time putting shoes on. All right.
Well, listen, the context for that there, I mean, you were the one that really brought this to light, but basically people who do these hauls are able to write it off as...
I don't know if that's fact, by the way. I
Okay, like we said in the last one,
feel
low
like-
research, don't fact check us. We don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We just say stuff.
I just
and,
heard-
Ew, I heard all of that.
Oh,
Your
did you?
fucking it sounded wet for some reason.
It is.
Ew. Ew. Ew.
So I heard that a lot of these people that do the try-on hauls, they only do it because they get to write off clothes after. So I don't know how accurate that is.
I mean,
I
it
think
makes sense to me if like that.
you can
If
write
the
off
source
stuff
of
to an
your
extent.
income is through doing these hauls, then I don't see why you wouldn't be able to write it off as just like a business expense because
That's
that's
true.
arguably what it is. So you fucked up here by not putting them on.
All right.
You can struggle. You can struggle with that, and I want to, and I do want to stop making that face. Don't do that.
Okay,
Don't
my
make it
back
look
hurts,
like you're
my belly
struggling.
hurts
Fuck.
now because it's digging into my belt. Or my belt's digging into
That's
my...
actually why I don't wear a belt on these.
Yeah.
Because I'm also in my own home, so like I get pissed off that I have to put jeans on when you come over. But nice, wow. Oh, I like that little point. Okay, so you can have your fucking foot in the middle of the screen because
Well,
you're
if
trying
we're-
to
if
because you're
we're
trying to
writing-
write something off.
If we're writing stuff
Well,
off...
I'm trying to
just
write my
gonna start-
socks off.
I'm just going to start putting shit on so we can write everything off.
Start putting on layers of jackets and shit.
This is all I got. I'm not keeping these shoes on, though.
Wow,
That's such
a
an
nice
American
jacket.
thing,
What?
keeping shoes on in the house.
Oh yeah, that's disgusting.
I
man.
don't, like, what do you, like, your floors are dirty after.
Yeah.
Just fucking take your shoes
Dude,
off.
like
You don't
people
have
are
to
like,
do-
what? Hey, yo, you ever see those like fucking movies where like, you know, they'll go
I think I'm
out,
just gonna
they'll get
Just
drunk.
out of here.
Yeah, then you're gonna start sweating and.
And then I'll change it again.
All right, that's fine. Like you go out, these people like they go like it's a couple. They go out, they get drunk, and then like they go home, and then they get into bed with their shoes on.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? How do you as an actor, not just like act a little naturally and be like, why the fuck are my shoes on?
Because I think people actually do that.
And they're sick. And okay,
Like,
you know
they
what?
kick-
There's
they
another
kick
kind
their
of
shoes
person
off.
that we can remove from the gene pool. We can start euthanizing people who bring their fucking shoes to bed and people who are just bad with shopping carts. And I stand by that. I fucking stand by that. Okay, you know what I've been getting into recently?
Do you want me to guess, or are you just going to tell me? Because there's a lot of things I can say.
There are a lot. We need to fill the coffee up, though.
We do.
So how do we do
maybe we
this?
take a small break. We'll do those weird cuts like the last episode.
Right, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess we could have just gotten up. You know what? Okay, all right, we'll pause the timer.
All
All right, coffee break. Okay.
It's not pausing. Oh, there it is.
There we go. Wait, how was I sitting before?
I don't know.
You know, you inspire. Since we're talking about writing stuff off, before I talk about what I wanted to get into,
Just start bringing random things.
just getting right into it. I'm definitely claiming this as a work tool because I played it on camera
We should have a banjo
recording
intro.
our business. What? A banjo intro?
Yeah.
I'll write one.
Yeah, do it.
Not right now because.
Not right now.
Right now?
No, don't do it.
Just a quick little banjo intro. And, so now that I'm using that... No way anybody heard me. So now that I'm using that as a business tool, the other thing that I think is a very good asset to this...
is your luscious hair.
Is my...
You gotta do
luscious that. I got shit from the... fucking... Wait, what do you... or fucking whatever. Whatever. And it's courtesy of... Mark Anthony 100% extra virgin coconut oil shampoo.
I'm really curious. How much did you pay for
that? Enough that I actually wouldn't mind writing it off. Like that, I might. The banjo I bought fucking years ago, but that I bought this weekend, and yeah, if I can write that off, I will. It's not exactly cheap.
I don't know how that actually works, but yeah. Also, writing off tax stuff does not mean you don't pay for the stuff. You don't get the money back for what you bought, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still.
I feel like a lot of people think that's how it works.
It is a bit of a misconception, yeah.
You get to exclude some of the taxes you pay on it.
You save money. You don't just get money back.
I think in Quebec it's a good thing because we pay a shit ton in taxes.
Oh, this is going to be a little over an hour because I fucked up.
That's to be expected with you.
Wow. Okay, so...
Before you get into it, I'm going to take my jacket off.
Yep.
So, for those of you that don't know... I have so much trouble with small things here.
I feel like we should...
I'm bad with buttons. I'm bad with little clips. Like, I have fat fingers. Like, that's what it comes down to. Oh, and yeah,
Yo,
I was
at least
gonna
take the jacket off now. You're sweating, fuck.
I also have issues taking clothes off for some reason. People always judge me on the way I take my clothes off.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. How do you take your shirt off? Do you slide your arms in through the sleeve holes, or do you take it off like a normal person and just from the collar and?
I feel like I don't know.
Take your shirt off. Coffee. What I've been getting into recently, and it started maybe a year ago, is really trashy reality TV. But when I say I'm getting into it, I mean I'm into it, and Steph has videos of me yelling at the TV.
Yeah.
Now,
they're addicting.
I don't oh my god, I don't not any of the Kardashian shows or where they follow that's fucking stupid. Anything like that is just dumb, and you're just watching millionaires act stupid.
Whine about stupid shit.
Whine about whatever. I like to watch people ruin their relationships. So, the first show that got me into this kind of thing was, I think Cody Ko or Noel, or maybe both of them, talked about Love Island.
I've heard them talk about it. I
watched
refuse
it.
to watch
I watched
that
it.
stuff.
All of
I
it.
Can't.
Watched
I
it.
Can't.
So good. And because I don't know why. Because I think me and Steph wanted to. By the way, we had to pay more for it. I don't know. My Amazon Prime rants is in one of the fucking episodes that didn't get put out, but we had to pay extra.
Oh yeah, I guess it is.
It is. Fuck Amazon Prime, but whatever. So just quickly, I can't put my fucking feet on camera.
Put your fucking feet on camera. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so we had to pay extra to watch Love Island because we were just kind of curious and all right, maybe it'll be funny because they were showing clips of the show.
Yeah.
And we're that looks like it could be funny.
So let me ask you something real quick. Do you watch them alone? I feel like that's a real indicator if you actually like the shows or not.
So Love Island, no. Me and Steph watched together, but we would always get super excited for it. It was you and your girlfriend have a show. Yeah. That was our show. So we were just watching it. We binged to watch 2 seasons of it. And it's hilarious. But that one is more lighthearted. There's some drama and shit. Because basically the premise is it's just a bunch of single people on an island. And then, but there's there's an odd number. So everybody has to get into a couple. And then whoever doesn't get, coupled up gets booted off or whatever. You might just be thinking of when Cody Ko or whoever talked about it.
No, there is a show that Steph and I my stuff, not your stuff.
Right.
Watched at one point a while ago. I'm not sure what it was. It was on, I think it was on Netflix. But it was kind of the same
Are
premise.
you thinking of what's it called Too Hot to Handle? Is that it?
Maybe.
I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that
Maybe.
one, but I know there are a couple.
But again,
on
but these are
Netflix.
things like I'll watch with somebody else. But there's no
Right.
but even shows like RuPaul, for example, like
Yeah, I
that
don't
show's
watch
fucking funny to watch.
Is it? Yeah.
Well, it's very sassy drag queens.
Right.
That,
Well,
that's the thing. They
I've
just
seen
bitch at each other, which
like
is fucking
little
funny.
moments of that show, but that just doesn't seem like something I would get into.
But that's the thing. I have not watched it by myself. I can't
Right.
get myself to, even though it's a good show.
Right.
I feel like there's other things I'd rather watch.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's all reality TV for me.
I think Love Island probably was one of those shows that I would only watch with stuff, but we started watching Temptation Island. Holy
What's
fuck.
the difference between all of these? They sound all the same.
So Love Island, everybody's single going into it, right? And then they just start kicking off single people, and at the end of it, people have relationships or whatever. There's actually one couple from the first season that like have been together for like 3 years, and they were just super nice to each other the whole time, and it was really wholesome, whatever. But Temptation Island, it is 4 couples that go into there, and
It has to be scripted.
here's the oh no, it's like you can tell when this shit is scripted, and like there are moments where they're setting up scenes that are scripted, where they just like they pose the people in there.
What I mean by scripted though is like they know the show they're on. They know what they're getting into, right?
Yes, they do. So yeah. So the premise of the show is that 4 couples go in there that have been together from just varying ranges of time. Like the first season, there was one couple that had been together for like 8 years. They stayed together at the end of it.
That's too long.
And then that's Jesus Christ, dude. All right, fuck. Someone's got some commitment issues that he just put on the internet. But yeah, and then they separate the boyfriends and the girlfriends. They keep them in these separate villas, which, by the way, are gorgeous. They're on some island in the middle of somewhere very tropical
No
and warm.
shit. These fucking companies that make these shows have shit tons
So
of money.
much money, because idiots like me keep watching it. And then, so they separate the
So you're just
they
watching for
separate
the
the
decor.
couples. For what?
The decor.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and I only watch the porn for the acting. But so they separate the couples, and then in each house they have like 12 single girls for the 4 guys, and 12
Oh.
single guys for the 4 girls.
Okay.
And they just feed them fucking alcohol, and oh my god, dude. Friends become enemies, enemies become friends, and there's so much fucking... Okay, so that's... There's so much fucking,
I
first
thought
of
it
all.
was just the couples.
No.
then
That's
okay.
fucking lame. Fuck that.
Well, yeah. So I
Fuck
was like, that doesn't make sense. They know they're okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I still wouldn't watch it.
okay, I would watch it alone. Now that me and Steph have watched it a lot, there's something that I could definitely get into by myself. So every couple goes in and they start off nah, we've been together for so long, we love each other and whatever. We would never cheat or anything like that. And then, they have to go on dates with the single people because it's called Temptation Island, right? So they're trying to get people to fucking cheat. So once a week, I think it's once a week. That's maybe twice a week. They do what's called a bonfire, where the host Mark Wahlberg, not that one.
Okay.
Just he's also
It would
named Mark
probably
Wahlberg.
be better with the main Mark Wahlberg.
Nah, he's kind of a dork.
Yeah.
But not but Mark L. Wahlberg is a dork, but he makes the show fucking it wouldn't work with
You need a
ripped Mark
thick
Wahlberg.
Boston accent.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't work with Mark. Watch the show and
I'm not watching it.
Watch the fucking show.
No.
So anyway, once or twice a week they have a bonfire where they take out of context clips of what their significant other is doing, and they show it to them, and they're like,
Ugh.
"How do you feel?"
But they have to know it's out of context.
Well, they do, but sometimes they cheat and they make their fucking significant others watch their girlfriend or boyfriend cheat on them, and they're just dude, people fucking break down, man. It is insane, and that's how I know it's
what do they win?
nothing. They don't
What
get
the
any
fuck
fucking
is
money
the point
to test
of-
their relationship and
That
because
is the
they
dumbest
get
shit
they get
ever.
they get a month-long vacation, right?
Ugh,
and
that's
so
not a vacation.
it's not. It's so stressful, dude. I mean, so anyway, it is the craziest shit ever. Cause yeah, man, you watch these people like there's one guy. in the first season, named Evan. Fuck that guy. He just like straight up got a new girlfriend.
Okay, so you know them by name now.
Oh, I know them all by name, and like I was rooting for these people too. When I'm telling you, I'm into this. Like I'm fucking into it. And like so, Evan just replaced his girlfriend like a week in, not even. And then for the other like rest of the time, she had to watch him like get closer and closer to this girl, and him just be like, yeah, whatever, man, fuck my girlfriend. She's like, what the fuck? And so she's not doing anything with anybody. And she's like breaking, and at the end of it, dude, she's like breaking down in the car, and like after like oh yeah, and at the end of the show, sorry, there's a confrontation. So like they have a conversation.
I feel like I've seen those.
They have a conversation again in front of like, because what you forget is that because the host is there too during the bonfire, and then all the other like girlfriends or boyfriends are there, so it's a group of 4 people plus the host. But what you forget is that there's like 12 cameras around them, so there's another 12 people, microphones everywhere, and it's on TV. So imagine
there's also all the producers, the assistant producers.
Exactly.
Like, fucking,
exactly.
Like 50 people
a whole
at least.
that are just like watching you, like. So the girl that I'm talking about who had like a huge fucking breakdown had to do that in front of like 20, 30 people, and then it was on TV. So like imagine that. And then he walked away from her to his new bitch and was like, I love you. And then they fucking moved in together.
He sounds like a sociopath.
He's a fucking douchebag, and like I hate him. Oh, and by the way, he said that his father got murdered because he was sleeping with somebody who was married, and her fucking husband fucking killed him. So he comes on, he's like, my dad was murdered by, his lover's husband, and then cheats on his girlfriend like 4 days in. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you haven't learned anything.
He's a sociopath.
100%. There's something fucking wrong with that guy. But it's a great show. It is just so wild. And then
I'm not watching it.
And then whenever you need to.
See, we talked about this already. The more you push, the less likely I'm gonna watch it.
That's a good point. But yeah, it's fucking great. And like, they always say really dumb shit after like they cheat, and they're just like, I don't know, I just got so many emotions going on right now, and I love my girlfriend, but I cheated on her on national TV, knowing she's gonna watch it. Well, I still love her, and I just got a lot of emotions going on right now. Oh, there was a girl in season 2 that cheated first night. 5-year relationship, first night she fucks like a rather large gentleman.
Oh, okay. Do you need glasses? Every time you check your phone, it's like right up to your face.
Oh, wait, no, hang on. This means I don't have to go work out today, fuck. Word.
That's great news.
I didn't really want to.
I'm going to work out today.
Are you? You want to work out together?
No.
You're not going to work out.
I am.
Are you?
Yeah. My sister got certified as a personal trainer.
I know,
so
you told me that like a month ago, and you said she...
Well, she finally made me a plan.
Okay. So it's your sister's fault that you didn't work out.
No, I got injured. Like, she made me the plan, and then I got it. Like, I actually hurt myself, so I can't do squats or anything. But I'm feeling a little better today, so...
Did you rip your asshole open? How'd you hurt yourself? Oh, because you
fell?
We
talked about this, yeah.
Oh, I thought you, like, hurt yourself working out. Okay, so you just can't do back.
Well, I can't do any leg
stuff,
stuff, which is, like, my favorite thing to do.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're a fucking psycho.
Well, it's my favorite thing to do because it's the best thing. I'm best at leg stuff. My upper body strength sucks, but my legs...
I'm the other way around. I have pretty good upper body, like legs and abs. I'm not fucking
good with.
I got
thick, meaty legs.
Oh man.
So
thick boy.
Yeah, so I have muscular thighs.
I don't, which everybody can
tell.
But
the problem with it, and I think there are quite a few women out there who experience the same thing as me for some reason. I like rip the middle of my pants a lot because my jeans like chafe.
I think we talked about this last week when you were giving advice on how to dry jeans. I mean, these ones aren't ripped yet. Are these the same ones you were wearing last week?
No, yeah, these are new though. These I bought them like a couple months ago. It takes like a year or two and these are like better quality anyway.
Yeah, okay. So you should be fine. Yeah. I don't have that problem. I'm just,
But I have scars on the insides of my legs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because if I wear
put some lotion on.
If I go commando, and I'm wearing like jogging pants, the skin just rubs constantly.
Dude, I don't like going commando. It's too like.
In jogging pants, it's nice,
No.
especially going outside because you get a little breeze in there.
I'm not
It's
a fan.
freeing.
I'm not a fan. Like, I just don't like having. Like, I don't mind when my dick and balls rub up against my like boxers or whatever, but if it's rubbing against like sweatpants, I don't know. I find just underwear to be softer. You know?
Yeah, but see, I got wolf head jogging pants. I'm plugging a company that doesn't exist.
I was gonna say you're like plugging a company that you just like fucking stop doing anything with. Anyway, Temptation Island is fucking great, and you really should watch it. It's just fucking. It's just the best.
I'm not gonna do it.
You want to hear a really embarrassing story, man, that I didn't really want to tell, but I'm going to now?
Do it.
Okay. So we were talking about iPhones a little bit, like a couple weeks ago there, on the first one that we put out.
Actually, that I do have a funny story.
Okay,
With
you go
that.
first, because mine's embarrassing, and I only want to tell it at the end when hopefully most people have clicked away.
So an old coworker of mine, he watched it, and he was like, "Oh, the quality is pretty good." I'm like, "I actually really don't like the quality." He's like, "Well, it's good on my Android." Like he made a point of saying Android.
That's funny, fuck. He's like, also fuck that guy you do this thing with. He seems like an asshole.
Embarrassing story.
Yeah, okay, so I got my first iPhone when I was 14, which I think I just quickly dropped that in. Now, there's like a whole... It was quite the day for me. So I was like... 14 or 15. And like me and my family, we like musical theater. Whatever. It's a thing.
That's fine. I couldn't get
I was
into
like
it.
waiting for your joke, but cool. All right.
Oh, I have no problem with it. It's creative and shit. I just
Yeah. I mean, I like
I get
some
tired.
of them.
I get
like
tired
some
of the
them.
singing.
Yeah, there are some that I don't like. Whatever. That's not what we're talking about. This isn't a musical fucking theater review with this douchebag. Yeah, so we were going to see the Broadway version of The Lion King. And before that, we stopped in to get iPhones for me and fucking whichever other sibling got one. I can't remember who, but that doesn't matter. So we get our iPhones. I'm all excited. And then I'm not saying that it happened because I was excited, but I kind of shit myself a little bit. Like, in my excitement, it just, like, happened, and I was like, oh, it was like a shart. I didn't, like, shit myself, but it was, like, a pretty, like, hefty shart. And then I was like, God. Oh, I know nobody heard that, but we both fucking reacted to it.
His turtle keeps jumping off the rock.
Yeah, I
with
know.
the
Like,
diving board.
and every week we're just like fucking looking over.
Because
at
it's
him.
like
But I'm
kind of quiet.
Why
And
is
he's like,
everything just so fucking loud right now? And like every like bus just went by and he's fucking jumping off and my phone's ringing and like fucking Christ.
the universe really doesn't want you to finish this story.
Oh, speaking of, maybe if I have time I'll sprinkle the witch story in, but like
No, we have time. You gotta tell it.
yeah. Well, it's not really a story. Anyway, so I shit myself. And then I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, my face, I remember, like, noticeably changing from, like, a smile to, like, a, oh, God, like, oh, I just shit myself look. So then I had to go to the bathroom to, like, assess the situation of, like, okay, how much shit is there right now? And, anyway, I had to, like, awkwardly, like, scrub out my underwear. And again, I'm 15 or 14, which is too old to do that. So I'm, like, scrubbing out my fucking underwear, and then I have to go sit through, like, a 3-hour musical in my shitty underwear.
Yeah, so
It's
that's never happened to me. But I watch a lot of video podcasts, listen to a lot of comedians, and it seems that that's a pretty normal thing to do. Apparently,
shit your pants? No, it's not.
It's not. But like,
That is the first time in my
all these comedians talk about like times in their fucking 30s and 40s that they're shitting themselves, and it's like, what is going on?
dude. You know what? Two people that I worked with.
I know somebody who shit himself while he was playing baseball.
Shit their pants. How old was he?
Like 14, 15.
Well, okay, but yeah,
He was in the middle of a baseball game and he shit himself in the middle of the diamond.
It was.
He was on the field when he shit himself.
Oh man, dude, you gotta you have to know beforehand Oh, I guess not, because it can creep up on you. 'Cause that's what happened to me. It was just like, my body just fucking like, it was like, there you go. There's just shit in your pants now. So you could
I
like,
feel like,
handling
yeah, I don't
that.
know. Like I said, I haven't experienced that yet, but it could happen.
If it happens on this podcast on my couch,
I'm gonna do it just for that.
Just fucking, I'm just gonna see you like, not even accidentally,
Gotta
just like
waddle away.
force a shit out on my fucking couch.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, it was just a really uncomfortable experience. And like, I also had a girlfriend at the time. Not that that like matters, but that just to me kind of makes it a little funnier that like I was texting her on my iPhone all excited about it after I just shit my pants.
Yeah,
So anyway, I
I've
don't know
only-
why I felt the need to tell that story, but I was just thinking about like how much better iPhones are. They're so much better that they'll make you lose control of your bowels. Take that clip out. That's fucking.
Yeah.
That's a good sales pitch for iPhone.
I think I've only been to one Broadway play, and I fell asleep, as did most people that went.
I haven't gone to any of the ones that I really wanted
I
to
think it
go
was
see.
Chicago.
To
To be
of course
fair-
you fell asleep during
Well,
Chicago.
no, to be fair, the reason we all fell asleep is because it was like an 11th grade class trip thing, like the grad trip, and went to New York City.
Okay. Oh, I didn't go to that.
But
We like a Westwood one, right? Yeah.
we drove all through the night, but you have like 30 teenagers in a bus overnight, nobody's sleeping.
No.
So we get there, everybody's fucking exhausted, and we go to a Broadway play, and like everybody, including the teachers and everything, they all fell asleep.
The performers must have felt so good about that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Tell your witch story, because I'm out of stories. I'm not out of stories, I just want to hear this.
Nice recovery. So yeah, this isn't really a direct story, but just like a funny, I guess, parallel that I can draw. So, I mean, when did we record that? Because we put it up last week. 2 weeks ago? Okay, so it's been on the internet for 2 weeks. So that's given the witches a lot of time to watch it, get mad at me.
No, it's only been up for like a week.
Okay, it has only been up for a week, but we
Yeah,
recorded
we
it 2 weeks
recorded
ago.
2 weeks ago.
Okay, so whatever. 7 days is a long time for witches to, get mad at me and try and hex me and shit. Now, I'm not saying that they cursed my girlfriend accidentally, but she's been having just like the worst shit happen to her, like just like health wise, like she had like chronic heartburn. She had to go get pills for that, and now like her wisdom tooth is like all like her face is fucking swollen because it's all like infected and shit. And like now we have a whole pharmacy
Y'all got cursed.
in our. Yeah, well, I didn't. I'm fine. I think they just
Yeah,
they
but
just
you have to deal
mixed
with it.
That's true, and I'm happy you said that and not me because she's in the other room. She definitely hears me saying this. But like that's my plight is that like she doesn't have a license, so like
She just slammed the door.
So I guess that is my curse. So maybe they did get me with that, and I just wish that they had. I wish they had put the health problems on me. So that way, she wouldn't be suffering so much right now. I'm just,
Right,
just covering my ass in case she's actually mad. I don't think she is. That might have just been for a joke, but we might have a very awkward car ride on the way to the dentist. Which is where I have to go after this. So yeah, I think that might have happened. So again, if there's a witch watching this, she can be like, you see, It's the whole thing I said a couple weeks ago. They're just going to take it as like...
From the 8 people that watched it, I don't think any of them are witches.
No, good point. 8 subscribers. We actually got more views on it than I thought we were going to.
Well, if we get one more, we proved Justin wrong. He was all like, oh, my friend only had 8 views the entire time. He was doing it for like a year. Bitch,
Well, yeah, we
one
already
time
we
we got
already
8
have,
views.
How many are we
I
at?
think we're at like 60 views.
Well, actually, I checked yesterday.
I don't know how the views work though.
I don't know how the views work either.
Because does it count every time I click on the video to check something?
I don't think if you're logged into your own account,
That makes sense.
That would make sense. I don't know because let's just check right now. 9 subscribers. Wow.
Who
Are we gonna do
subscribed?
Are we gonna do a 10 subscriber special next week?
Do I have a new subscriber?
82 views.
Oh.
And I only watched it once when I was really drunk, and then once a few days ago sober to like actually, because I got drunk to have the confidence to watch it and like not feel like uncomfortable with the sound of my own voice.
Yeah.
And then I just sort of like immersion therapied my way through it, and I was
Oh,
like,
shit.
I gotta get used to this.
You know what? I'm going to do this on camera. we are going to film something real quick for a story because I don't know if she watches. I highly doubt she's going to watch this, but my social media person is very adamant that I do this stuff.
Our social. That makes us sound pretty professional. That we have
This
a
is
social
for
media
no,
consultant.
this is for my other shit.
Oh, fuck you, man.
But it's because she's very good.
Right.
If anybody is at this point watching and needs a social media person, go check out Katrina Legault.
That was nice of you.
I won't link her anywhere, so you got to find out who the fuck this is.
Not that nice of you.
Yeah. Okay, so how do I do this? I'm really bad at stories. And so I have to be doing them on shoots a lot, and I always fucking forget. So it's really good.
But they're pretty cool on shoots, guys. See the ones that you do on the shoots, and they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that is uncomfortable. Fuck. Did not like that. Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
I'm going to post it later. So that's another thing. She says, actually, you know what? Hire her. I'm not even going to say anything. Just hire her. I'm not giving away her secrets.
Good idea.
Yeah.
No, you gotta pay for that shit.
Yeah, you got to pay for that
I've
shit.
never met her.
I paid for
I
it.
have no idea. Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
of course.
Well, is it? Well, we're not famous yet, so it's not working yet. But
No, you pay for services. Just like you pay for photography.
That is true. You pay for quality. The whole like, I found somebody who can do it cheaper. Like you ever see somebody with a really shitty tattoo that they're like super proud of, and they're like, and you're like, wow, where'd you get that? They're like, oh, my buddy got a tattoo machine off Amazon. It's sick, right? And you're like, yeah, it looks fucking cool.
Yeah. We got 2 new followers on Instagram. I just checked.
Yeah, I checked this morning.
I don't know who they are.
Like 2 more?
We're at 12 now.
Oh yeah, no, those are the
12
two. Okay, yeah, those are the two that. Yeah, one of them I know. It's my boss actually.
Okay.
One of my bosses. The other chick I don't know. So yeah, that's cool. We're basically famous now.
Yeah. Well, no. What was I just saying? Man, I have terrible memory.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, pay for quality.
Oh yeah. So look. I get asked for free shoots a lot, and I will give free shoots when I decide I will offer a free shoot. Don't come to me and be like, well, you get exposure. No,
Dude,
no,
you have
no.
any idea how many fucking shows I got offered and we're like, oh, well, you'll get exposure and free drinks. So like, okay, I'm coming for the liquor, but fuck you and your exposure. No, I never like.
Listen, if I think it's worth it, I'll go for it. But the amount of people that come to me and it's like, it's crazy. Nobody wants to pay for it.
No, but like I did a free show. Look, I've done more than I care to admit, but like I did one that. Because like especially when you're studying out, just doing anything like photography or whatever, you kind of just got to take whatever you can get. But we were starting to get like a little more like known locally, and then we did this charity gig, and like I don't know, like
That's different.
250, 300 people there. We were on like
service
fucking. There was a clip of us on the news and shit playing, and like that was a really cool experience. Met a lot of sick people there. And then we broke up a year or so later, but whatever. But like there's some instances where like okay, if you approach somebody with a free thing, if it's mutually beneficial, people will be more inclined. But if it's like, hey, I want it for free, just because like I'll tag you in my socials, like no one's doing that.
Yeah.
Well, I would say most people would not do that if they already have like a decent enough following, You know what I hate, by the way? It's totally
Bottom
off
line,
topic.
pay for your shit.
Pay for your shit. Don't be a dick. I hate people who can't tell stories, who are like bad storytellers.
Me.
No, not you, because like
I fumble my words a lot.
I'm not. This isn't like a roast for the last 3 minutes. I was talking on the phone with John the other day, and not saying that.
He told me he called you.
Yeah.
He was all excited.
Aw.
He's like, I haven't spoken to Matt in like a year.
Well, it was really nice to actually like have a chat with him one-on-one there.
He wants us to roast him on here, by the way.
I'm not doing that. It's just I thought of like something now, but I'm like I don't want to like, because when you roast your buddies, it's like you go after like they have to be there, and you kind of go after the insecurities. You know what I mean? Like it's implied sometimes,
yeah. Well,
and then
okay.
but I can't just like drop somebody's insecurity on the internet when they're not here. Like
I'm gonna do it, John. You're fucking bad at Warzone. Get better.
Oh, that wasn't that bad. Okay, whatever.
It's not that bad because he's actually really good.
I thought you were going.
He's actually good, but hopefully he doesn't watch
He
this
is pretty
part.
good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I guess, you know what, now I'm bad at telling this fucking story, so I guess there's my instant karma. The fucking curse just got to me.
John's moving to Boucherville.
Is he? Are we just talking about John now?
We are.
There you go. Are you happy?
He sold his car and he's moving to Boucherville.
He sold his car.
He did. We're never going to see him again.
Wow, yeah, because I'm never going to Boucherville.
Me neither.
Fuck that. Sorry, bro. I'll talk to you next year, fuck.
He's probably not going to make it this far into the episode, so I'm kind of just talking random shit right now.
Yeah, that's fine, fuck. Well,
what were you saying? I completely cut you off.
People who are bad at telling stories just kind of
Right, so
like
John.
get on my nerves. No, maybe, but like, but cause I just every now and then like I overhear a conversation with somebody and the person is just like not engaging at all. You know what I mean? Where they're just like, oh, I went home and my husband came home from work and we had dinner and it's just like, oh my god, put some life into it, woman. Like fucking Christ, you know what I mean? Like give it some energy or something.
Why did you go straight to a woman
As
telling
my
a bad
husband
story?
and I was referring to a Scott because I'm sexist.
Why couldn't he be gay? Do you have a problem with that, Matt?
I'm recounting an experience, and I
The
also
title of this episode is Matt has a problem with gay people.
I also just what? I also just made a joke that I'm sexist, and I feel like if you just take that out, just me saying because I'm sexist. It's like- whatever. I did it in the last minute or so, so like that's probably when the drop off point happens, is when we're closing it down.
I feel like a lot of people. So I posted our that thing I posted yesterday, and I went to look at my stories from like when I was uploading the video, and it shows like our picture.
Right.
I saw like 4 of my clients looking at that story. So now I'm wondering what they think of me. I'm a little worried. I don't want to lose clients.
Look, man, that was your idea. Well, hang on. If they turn you away because of that picture, you
I
could
thought about
argue that
that
they're
too.
homophobic.
That's where I'm going.
Right? Because they're like, oh, is he
If
just
you
like
don't hire
gay
me
and like
for photography, you're homophobic. That's the takeaway.
I mean, you could ride that. You know what I mean? I don't think I would be anyway. Yeah, if ever a client fires you, you just be because you saw that picture, isn't it?
Yeah. You're a homophobe. That's why you fired me.
You're a homophobe.
It's not because I was late on anything. It's not because my pictures were bad. You're a homophobe.
And also, we're done.
Oh, okay. That's it. We're turning this off. Fuck this.
Bye.